Welcome to another episode of Mahakumbh Tales with me, Amish Tripathi.
And me, Sikta Deo.
Today at Kumbh, we are going to be discussing the constellations and the stars. Kumbh happens when the sun and the planets are in a particular alignment, and the Mahakumbh, which happens once every 144 years, happens when the sun and the planets are in an extra special alignment. Now when we look up at the skies and we see the countless galaxies, the numerous nebulae, the billions and trillions of stars, the vastness of it is truly awe-inspiring. Sometimes those celestial bodies come closer, sometimes they go further. Science tells us that the universe is constantly expanding. But there are so many questions. Where did the universe come from? How did light originate? How was the first sound actually heard? How was it made? All these mysteries surround us all the time.
The fragments of this explosion spread around the space. They gradually slowed down and cooled down. They formed their own families, stars with planets around them. That's how our solar system was formed and Earth came into being. This happens to be around 4.6 billion years ago.
Truly, Sikta, the Earth fascinates. The balance, the delicate balance of it all. A 24-hour cycle of day and night, the primary seasons, all the elements needed for life. Water, air, all the minerals. The universe is vast and the Earth is just a tiny speck of dust on it. And yet from all that we know, this is the only celestial body, the only planet on which life exists. Imagine if the Earth had been just slightly closer to the sun, everything would have got burned, the air wouldn't have existed, the flow of seasons wouldn't have happened. If it had been too far away, it would have been too cold, everything would have been frozen. Life wouldn't have been possible. There are those who say that Earth is in the Goldilocks zone. Just right, not too hot, not too cold, it's just right. The delicate balance of it all, that's what makes life possible here.
Absolutely, the Earth isn't alone. It has its own cosmic family. The movements are defined by the celestial rhythms. The movements also define the time, and the human activities are shaped by them.
In our way, in the traditional Indian way, astrology and the astronomical calculations that make that possible have always held a very significant place. And in the modern way, these things are looked at with a certain measure of skepticism. But we'll come to that in some time. How does the astrological calculations actually happen? What they call the nakshatra calculation is actually based on the movement of celestial bodies across zodiac signs. And there is an entire mathematical system for the calculation of the zodiac signs and the movement of the celestial bodies through it. Let's get into that first.
Look up from the Earth and take in this vast sky, the endless spread of stars, moons and galaxies. And yet, our ancient astrologers managed to map it all out through precise calculations. They divided this 300-degree expanse into 12 equal sections of 30 degrees each. These 12 sections are what we call the 12 zodiac signs. And each of these zodiac signs has its own unique nature, symbol, characteristics, and significance. The 12 zodiac signs are Aries or Mesh, Taurus or Vrishab, Gemini or Mithun, Cancer, Karka, Leo or Simha, Virgo or Kanya, Libra or Tula, Scorpio or Vrichika, Sagittarius, Dhanu, Capricorn, Makara, Aquarius, Kumbha, and Pisces or Meena. But it's not just the zodiac signs. There are also 9 planets. In modern science, we learned about the 9 planets, though Pluto or Yama was later excluded from the list. However, Indian astrology follows a different system, recognizing these celestial bodies: Sun or Surya, Moon, Chandra, Mars, Mangal, Mercury, Budh, Jupiter, Guru, Venus, Shukra, Saturn, Shani, Rahu and Ketu, which don't have a physical presence and are considered shadow planets. Each of these planets governs specific zodiac signs. The Sun rules Leo. The Moon rules Cancer. Mercury governs both Gemini and Virgo. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces. Venus governs Taurus and Libra. Saturn is in charge of Capricorn and Aquarius.
12 साल बाद इसलिए मनाया था क्योंकि योग, लगन, ग्रह, वार और तिथि ये 5 एक ग्रहों में अनुकूल होते हैं। जिस प्रकार से मकर राशि में सूर्य आते, बृहस्पति मकर राशि में आते, बृहस्पति की दृष्टि होती, बुध की दृष्टि होती है, मंगल स्वग्रही होते हैं और शुक्र जो है वो उच्च स्थान पर जा करके शुक्र इन चीज़ों को बल न दे करके, शुक्र कुंभ को बल न दे करके शुक्र दैत्य को बल देते हैं। और इस प्रकार से जो ग्रह के अनुकूल परिस्थिति है, ग्रह के अनुकूल परिस्थिति है, तो उस ग्रह के अनुकूल परिस्थिति के कारण कुंभ लगता है।
But beyond simply ruling zodiac signs, these planets are also believed to hold different kinds of power. That is why people often say things like, his sun is strong or her moon is weak. It all has a meaning. The sun is considered the king of planets. It represents prestige, energy, the father, and the soul. The moon is linked to the mother, to emotions, and the mind. A strong Mars gives courage and strength. It's connected to warriors and battle. Mercury is associated with intelligence, communication, and speech. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, children, religion, and wealth. A strong Venus brings beauty, luxury, romance, indulgence, and even marriage. Saturn governs karma, actions, and justice. It is the slowest moving planet. But astrology isn't just about planets and zodiac signs. There is another crucial element: houses or bhavas. These two are each representing a different aspect of life. The first house represents self-identity. The second house is about wealth and family. The third house relates to siblings, courage, and valor. The fourth house is linked to the mother and to overall happiness. The fifth house governs children and knowledge. The sixth house is about enemies, deaths, and diseases. The seventh house is associated with marriage and partnerships. The eighth house represents longevity and transformation. The ninth house is about luck, father, and faith. The 10th house rules career and profession. The 11th house relates to income and gains, and the 12th house is about expenses and loss. And when all these elements, planets, signs and houses align in a certain way, they create auspicious moments, special muhurtas for important events in life.
Did you know at the Mahakumbh, the total length of bathing ghats has increased from 8 kilometers in 2019 to 12 kilometers in 2025. You can experience the magic of astro nights by stargazing under a clear sky, reconnecting with the cosmos. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, Prayagraj police have set up 57 police stations, 13 temporary stations, 23 checkpoints and deployed over 10,000 personnel, along with PAC, NDRF and CAPF units. Over 700 flagged boats manned by PAC, NDRF and SDRF ensure 24/7 safety. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, advanced drones and sonar systems provide continuous surveillance. 3,800 water police personnel equipped with life-saving tools like life jackets and diving kits ensure safety. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, the Uttar Pradesh government has invested over 70 billion rupees in infrastructure and sanitation projects for the Mela. The Kumbh Mela was added to UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity in 2017.
The Kumbh Mela has a deep connection to the ancient science of timekeeping. The location and the dates are determined by astrological calculations. Spiritual leaders, gurus and akhadas gather to decide, depending on celestial bodies' alignments, when and where the Kumbh Mela should take place. The first is the sun or the Surya, the most important celestial body in our solar system, the only star in our solar system. The second celestial body is Jupiter, also called Brahaspati, which in the traditional way is called the Guru of the gods. The position and alignment of these two celestial bodies decides the timing of the Kumbh Mela. Of course, the location for every Kumbh is already pre-decided. We know the 4 locations where they happen. When Jupiter is in Aquarius and the Sun is in Aries, the Kumbh takes place in Haridwar. When the Sun is in Aries and Jupiter is in Leo, the Kumbh Mela is held in Ujjain. In Nashik, the Kumbh occurs when both the Sun and Jupiter align in the sign of Leo. In Prayagraj, the Kumbh is held when Jupiter is in Taurus and the Sun is in Capricorn.
Amish, despite all these calculations, so many stars, houses, zodiacs, still why does Kumbh Mela doesn't go as perfectly as it can, and why the calculations lead to different timings also?
There could be various explanations for this sikta, some poetic, some philosophical. One poetic explanation really appealed to me. It's from Andha Yug by Dharamveer Bharti. In there, a character called Yachak says, Whenever a human being detached from everything challenges history, the stars themselves shift in their course. Destiny is not predetermined, it is rewritten every moment by human choices. Therefore, not everything is cast in stone. Our own actions also determine the course of events. The thing with astrology is that it involves very intricate calculations, and the prioritization of some factors over another can actually change the assessment, the best case assessment. We strive to make it as precise as possible, but that's not always possible. And that's the way it is with Kumbh as well. It continues to cross the bridge of history and reach us back from time, back from our ancestors, and connects us to them. We ourselves are also standing on the banks of the river of time. In each of us, there is the Kumbh. In each of us, there's a dance of the stars and the cosmos. We'll keep bringing you the stories from this Mahakumbh Mela. Keep watching till next time.
Did you know at the Mahakumbh, the irrigation department reclaimed more than 2 hectares of land at Triveni Sangam within just 85 days, allowing 2 lakh devotees to bathe at once. With the use of 4 dredging machines, an additional 26 hectares of land have been reclaimed. This careful dredging process has tripled the Sangam's capacity compared to 2019. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, the organizers are aiming to set multiple Guinness World Records during this Kumbh, including the largest synchronized sweeping drive with 15,000 participants, the largest e-vehicle parade featuring 1,000 e-rickshaws and vehicles, the most handprint paintings created in 8 hours involving 10,000 participants, the largest river cleaning campaign with 300 volunteers. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, a delegation from 10 countries, including Fiji, Finland, Guyana, Malaysia, Mauritius, Singapore, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Trinidad and Tobago, and the UAE, attended the festival on January 16, showcasing India's hospitality and cultural richness. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, the total length of bathing ghats has increased from 8 kilometers in 2019 to 12 kilometers in 2025. You can experience the magic of astro nights by stargazing under a clear sky, reconnecting with the cosmos. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, Prayagraj police have set up 57 police stations, 13 temporary stations, 23 checkpoints, and deployed over 10,000 personnel, along with PAC, NDRF, and CAPF units. Over 700 flagged boats manned by PAC, NDRF, and SDRF ensure 24/7 safety. Did you know at the Mahakumbh, advanced drones and sonar systems provide continuous surveillance. 3,800 water police personnel equipped with life-saving tools like life jackets and diving kits ensure safety.